All right, happy Wednesday night, everybody. Welcome on into the Hat Creek Interior Studios. That's right, you don't have to own a ranch to live like you do. All you need is Hat Creek Interiors, the greatest and best people bringing you Western style furniture and accessories right here in Lubbock, Texas, USA. 10101 South Slide Road. Hit them up there. Get on the website, hatcreek.us. They ship anywhere. And I mean, when they ship, it's white glove service. It's going to get there. It's going to be beautiful. Check out the website, the Facebook page. Tell them thanks for supporting Raiderland. Now, tonight, Lady Raiders making history, 19-0 start. They have tied the record for most consecutive wins in a single season for Lady Raider basketball. This team is good, and this is interesting. So, if you got thoughts on that, where are you? Are you buying in? Are you getting into it again? Has it been a while? I freely admit I'm totally biased when it comes to the program because of my history with it. So I'm just sitting back, enjoying the whole thing, and loving what we're seeing. Topic tonight, overreaching topic: sports personalities and phrases you'd love to ban in 2026. Sports personalities, people in sports that if you could get rid of them for a year, and we're not killing them off. We're just getting rid of them for a year, or sayings or things that announcers use that you just go stop it. All that plus your favorite NFL coach all time, with Mike Tomlin taking a year off. He's going to take a year off, and he put records up there, right up there with Tom Landry. Tom Landry, 21 consecutive years, no losing season, best ever. But he didn't do it at the start of his career. He got his ass handed to him in the early 60s. Then it's Tomlin tied with Belichick, but nobody did it from start to finish, and I don't think it's finished. So if I ask you your favorite NFL head coach of all time, who would it be and why? Who would it be and why would it be Vince Lombardi? Who would it be and why would it be Don Coryell? Who would it be? You know, you get the idea. All of that and the University of Georgia president, Jerry Moorhead, pardon me, said the silent part out loud today, and basically said, "If we're not getting everything we want, we're gonna take over this thing and make our own rules." Thank you. Let's do it. Let's end the NCAA. We talked about it yesterday. In three, in two. Good evening, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt, TheRaiderland.com. Coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios tonight. Everybody jumping in on the United Supermarkets chat line, that one great supermarket that supports West Texas and Texas Tech. You got them on Facebook. You got them on, wherever it may be. And you can do the online thing still. But, yeah, I like going in, man. It's even more fun. Thank you, United Supermarkets. Brought to you tonight by Live Life Well Clinic in Lubbock, Texas. Dr. John Skelton, Crate Red Raider, bringing you Raiderland and Round Ball Rewind as the basketball season goes along. It's an 8 o'clock start tonight. That means 10:30 by the time we would hit the air. We're not going to go on at 10:30 on a Wednesday night and keep you all up and waste your time. But when we do have Round Ball Rewind, trust me, it's going to be epic, and brought to you by Live Life Well Clinic. Check out their Facebook page. Two key things this year, early in the year: gut health. All right, gut health, diabetes reversal, diabetes treatment, and of course the Shropshire Agency of Texas, based in Lubbock, big enough for the whole state, independent just like you. Call Jeff Shropshire. Get your insurance right. Jeez, quit screwing around on the insurance. Get it right. Talk to Shropshire. All right. So tonight, sports personalities, phrases you'd love to ban in 2026. Lady Raider basketball. They're making history. They win 19 straight. Are you in on this team? Where are you right now? And then favorite NFL coaches all time. Whatever else is on your mind. Tech football in the portal, adding a couple, over the last 48 hours. Not a whole lot going on there, but that's okay. That's cool. It's all good. You guys get in. This is a night you're going to drive the show. We've had a couple of early starts to the day, the last 2 days, and I'm good. By the way, I realize I think I put something out that made people think that something I had going on health wise. No, I'm good. I'm fine. But yeah, tonight the show belongs to you because we're really dog ass tired, and we're gonna hit it hard tomorrow, Thursday. We'll be back with a full column in the morning. It's overrated, underrated, Ready Right Thursday. Everything else. I apologize for the last 2 days on the website, though. All right. John, yeah, something. Watched the Lady Raiders live last night. A beautiful beyond half court shot right before the half. Yeah, about a three-quarter shot. I don't know if they still do this. Back in the day, we would finish up shoot around. I say we like I was, a Lady Raider. We would finish up shoot around during the day before the game, and we'd play three-point knockout, and then it'd be half court shots. And there were literally like players on the team that you're like, if it comes down to a timeout at the end of the game, you want so and so in there and let them take the half court heave because they're good at it. Hi. Hi there. How you doing? Jeff, run it back needs to be retired forever. Sports personalities or phrases you'd ban in 2026. We're not killing off any announcers or people like that. Just people we want to go away. Phrases and expressions we would like to go away. Run it back. 100%. I'm with you on that. The whole run it back thing almost never means run it back. Run what back? Run something back. Run it back. It means nothing. It can mean anything. It means nothing. It is a meaningless phrase that has been thrust upon us in the sports world. We're going to run it back. Okay. Well, who at Texas Tech right now wants to run it back in football? I don't. You need to run it back better. Now, if you win a championship, if you go undefeated, if you do something like that, then run it back actually makes sense. We're going to run it back. But, other than that, run it back is it's nothing. Thank you very much. Sports personalities, phrases you'd love to ban in 2026. Lady Raider basketball. By the way, for those who don't know, I call Lady Raider basketball for about 25 seasons, beginning in the late 1980s and stretching over a couple of years. I've got a little history with the program, and it's all good. It's all great. So I'm biased. I love it. I see it through a different lens than a lot of people see it. And what I'm watching right now is really fun and cool to watch. And seeing this team win 19 straight to start the season, obviously never been done. This team starting in Big 12 play, undefeated, never been done like this. We're now to the point where we're talking about this team in the NCAA tournament and what happens after that. I love having that discussion. I love the fact that Krista Kirkland is one of the people bringing it back. I wish that it could have been Candy White. Hell, I worked 3 seasons with Christy Curry and wanted it to be her and thought that would be a great, come in after Coach Sharp and, hey, let's keep this thing going. I did not work with Marlene Stallings, and I don't feel like I missed out on a damn thing on that deal. So of the coaches over the decades, and obviously I've not called games for Coach Gerlich, I feel like, though, if I saw her play and knew who you were in high school, the Caprock tournament, I feel like we got a past history. It's pretty good. So what I'm watching right now is thoroughly enjoyable for me. And I'm enjoying watching new fans come in, young fans come in. Heard a story today. I think it was on Raymar Radio. I'm not sure. Maybe somebody, talking about their little girl wanted to go to a Lady Raider game for the first time. I'm like, this is so cool because this is 1992, 1991, 93, 94, 95, and that's how the program got built, and it's awesome to watch. Now, I don't know what this team is going to do from here, but they're building new fans, and I'm here for it. Love it. All right. We are in the Hat Creek Interior Studios tonight, as we are most nights. And by that, I mean all nights. You're getting in on the United Supermarkets chat line. You know, the ones who put their name on the arena. Live Life Well Clinic. Go to their Facebook page. Tell them thanks for supporting what we do in Raiderland. If 5 people every night go to our great sponsors, 5 people, 5 of you people, don't wait for somebody else to do it. Doesn't take 5 seconds. You go over to Facebook, whatever, and say, hey, Live Life Well Clinic. Boom, type it in. Hey, thanks for supporting Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. That's all you got to do. Awesome. Shropshire Agency of Texas, same thing. Alan, I think I'm back from my YouTube suspension. You were suspended? What'd you do? How do you get suspended from YouTube? I probably just got suspended from YouTube for just saying that. What'd you do? Chris, it just means more needs to go away. Fascinating you say that. I can't remember where I heard it. A national show, though, and some SEC fan of some school opining that, hey, you know, maybe I've been an idiot thinking the SEC cared about me instead of me just caring about my team. There's something for you. Joseph on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland on Facebook, free platform. Everybody subscribe. Everybody on YouTube, Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. I ask you to do a couple of things. Hit like, share it, subscribe. Biggest thing you can do is subscribe, share, invite your friends in and say, you know what? Every night we have fun here. You can have fun here too. Favorite coach was John Madden, highly successful, retired on top. Coached about 10 years, very young when he got the job. I went back and looked. The average age of an NFL head coach in 1992, 90 or 92, I can't remember which year I used, was about 52, 53 years old. Now it's 5 years younger. It's in the 40s. Why is that? Why does that matter? Because I was trying to draw a corollary between good coaches old, bad coaches young, whatever. But John Madden was young when he got hired and not ruled the 70s, but had a great run in the 70s. Tom Landry was young when he got hired, but he sucked for like 5 or 6 years and then finally got going. So by bringing up Madden, I was looking at it because we have all these young coaches right now, and I think a lot of them mismanage the game, and a lot of it is just, they're not good. So is it that they're young or they're not good? And at the end of the analysis, I came to the conclusion, I don't freaking know yet. I can't blame it on them just being young. I think a lot of them just aren't good. Michael on YouTube. Jimmy Johnson was mine. Talking about, I asked the question, your favorite NFL coaches of all time. He coached the dominant dynasty team of the Dallas Cowboys. Well, at least for 4 years. I enjoyed watching, and I like his famous saying, how about them Cowboys? He wrote the check. You guys had to cash it. JCTT YouTube. Don't let me touch steering wheel. More of a backseat driver. And last women's basketball, I watched they played 6-man. I think maybe you mean 3-on-3 or something. Yeah. No, we're saying walk-off for a game-winning shot, run, score. Okay, here it's walk-off home run. That's it. That's the only thing. There's the whole idea of walk-off shot. Joe Carter, Bill Mazeroski, a walk-off, an ender, like a home run ender in baseball. The idea of a walk-off single or a walk-off walk or anything, no, it doesn't matter. It's not good. Stop that. Horrible phrase we need to get rid of. Sports personalities phrases you'd ban in 2026. We're not killing off people. We're just saying, hey, they got to go away for a little while. Don, favorite NFL all-time head coach is Bum Phillips. He was fun, pure Texas, pure personality. Wasn't a great X's and O's guy, but great for the sport in Houston. Actually, he was really good in X's and O's. He had a great understanding of defensive football, and he brought into the league a guy named Ed Biles, who would later coach the uh, Oilers. And I think Bum, crazy like a fox, he doesn't get credit enough for the X's and O's that he had, and there was a reason why um, Wade Phillips was such a good defense coordinator. He learned from his dad. So the the whole Dallas flex defense, there are great debates on the flex defense regarding who was really kind of engineering that. That starts in the 60s, where it went in the 70s and everything else. And the Oilers really kind of took the flex to an elite level if you can, away from the Cowboys in the 70s. And we're getting into some really interesting X's and O's. But trust me, Don, um, Bum Phillips, OA Bum Phillips, former Amarillo High head coach Bum Phillips, X's and O's guy, trust me. Is AI technology close to just letting us have Madden and Summerall do all the NFL games? If it is, and if that's the case, and if it could be worked out, John, here's a guy who goes faster when he runs. I can't do either one of them very good. I ain't, oh, comedian, just blinked out. Yeah, it'd be cool though, but it would never be the same. So we can't do it. How about this? How about this? How about all the announcers just get better? How about all the announcers just be yourself, be creative, have fun on the air, and do a great job and describe the game, as opposed to Tony Romo. Jimmy Johnson, favorite NFL coach. Why? Why Jimmy Johnson? I'm not saying you can't have him. You can have your favorite coach. Mine could be Lombardi. Mine could be Don Coryell. Mine could be John Madden. It could be Bo Walsh. It could be, a variety of coaches. Why Jimmy Johnson? That's why I always ask who and why or what and why. Joseph, get your game face on and wait till next year. Need to be put away. Get your talking about phrases and stuff. Get your game face on and wait until next year. Game face. Have to do the Bob Knight game face. JC Double T, YouTube. YouTube people, subscribe, share, invite people in. Jerry Granville, I think, is what you're talking about. Speaking of coaches, how soon before NFL coaching carousel has folks sniffing around here for shiny new DC? Shill Wood ain't going anywhere to the NFL. He's still incredibly young. The fact that there was no hint, no whisper, nothing about either of your OC DCs going anywhere, I think you're good for another year. Money changer. We'll throw the money changers out of the temple, man. Bum also shortened the great Earl Campbell's career by giving him 40 carries a game. It was 34. You ran running backs the way you did. That's just what was going to happen. Earl Campbell shortened his career by just inviting contact and doing it whatsoever. So you can sit there and say he shortened his career. I would say that actually the Oilers ownership, by not giving enough complimentary, but again, this is the time of I formation football, downhill run in the NFL. This is what we did. Larry Zonka, Jim Kick. All right, Mark Van Egan, Franco Harris, Tony Dorsett. Should I go on? Should I continue? That's what you did. You ran your running back. And his life expectancy was to be somewhere between 3 and 5 years tops. So 100%. Did they grind him into the ground? Yes. Was it a failing of the Oilers to put enough other weapons around him to make it work? I agree with those who say that. Yes. never had just a dynamite, never had a Tony Hill type receiver. Stallworth, Swan on the other side. What about Mike Renfro? Come on. Come on. No, actually, Mike Renfro is really good. But that wasn't bum. That was how you used running backs back then, particularly running. That's how you used Walter Payton. Walter Payton was just, a unicorn of running backs from the mid 70s to the mid 80s that you could utilize them that way. And what did they get out of it? They finally get a championship when he's totally spent and done in 1985. Ain't nothing left in the tank. He's not a decoy. He's not a sideshow. Ditka giving Perry the Super Bowl touchdown instead of. Anyhow, Bernie Stotner had a little say in DC. Talking about Stotner? Ernie Stotner? Yeah. Talking about assistant coaches, Ernie Stotner, former Pittsburgh Steeler, by the way, who, by the way, Ernie Stotner broke Tom Landry's nose in a game in the late 50s. If you got the AI technology, bring back Enberg and Merlin Olsen too. Chris Carpenter, greatness right there. Enberg, Merlin Olsen, understated. The British use the term light toadies for understated on that. David Collier, not necessarily the David Collier, KMAC 28 sports director on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media. I think we got you guys on all the social medias tonight. Subscribe. Don't cost nothing. Share. Jimmy Johnson, definitely for his hair. Was his hair really that good, or was it just a voluminous fullness to the hair that Jimmy Johnson had? Now, it didn't move a whole lot, but that's Brian Mudd on KMAC 28. Talking about his hair, not about himself. Chris, Jimmy Johnson to me represents the excellence of those 90s Cowboy teams. He had a swagger to him, and then Jarrah blew it up. Why didn't Jimmy Johnson win big in Miami? Old Texas Tech man, 9144. My favorite coach, Tom Landry. Rock on. I can give you some of mine and why, everything else. Don talking about phrases, sayings, and sports personalities that need to go away in 2026. We just have to execute, needs to go away. Why not just say we suck? Yeah, we got to execute. Hey, coach, rough first half. What do you got to do to get back in the game? And we got to execute. We just got to execute the game plan. We got to execute the plays, play by play. Got to execute. The best line on executing was John McVay. John McVay? Was it McKay? John McKay, the original coach of Tampa Bay Buccaneers in the mid 70s, when asked by a reporter what he thought about his team's execution, he said, "I'm all in favor for it." That's how bad they were. You mentioned Zonk and Kick, great book by them, Always on the Run. Yeah, Butch and Sundance. And everybody forgets Mercury Morris out of West Texas State. You had Thunder and Lightning, Butch and Sundance, but it was number 22, Mercury Morris, who really broke things open and gave them just an electric offense there with Don Shula. Chris, the great Tom Landry, no nonsense coach that always had great defenses that were disciplined, other than Thomas Hollywood Henderson. Jeff, the previous play is under review. Get it out of here. What should we say? Alternate phrases that officials on the field could use. They think we screwed up. They're going to look at it. Nobody believes our call. They're going to look at it. We're not really good at our job, so somebody else is going to see if we did okay. We'll be back in a minute. Joseph Henderson, Jerry Burns, 80s Vikings coach. There you go. Jerry Kramer, Jerry Kramer, not Jerry Kramer. Geez, quarterback Kramer. He wouldn't take one of his players to the Betty Ford Clinic because they would kick the player out and keep him. Kramer. What's it? Tommy Kramer. Jeez. Come on, Rice. Really, the last great Southwest Conference quarterback to make it in the NFL. You had Bobby Lane and then you had Tommy Kramer. There was nothing in between from the 40s to the 70s. Unbelievable. John McCain is bucket at. Thank you very much. Joseph Henderson, Jerry Burns, Mr. F-Bomb. That's a pageant they have every year in Minneapolis, by the way. Mr. F-Bomb. Come on out. Try out. Moore Johnson. Never got the respect. He's the TD, got a lot of yards. Moose Johnson. Moose Johnson. I don't know what we're talking about, Moose Johnson, but Moose Johnson. All right, Daryl Johnston. And for some reason, Jeff Seal says Dick Vermeil is a pretty good coach. I'm so old. I remember Dick Vermeil coaching at UCLA and beating Ohio State in the Rose Bowl. And then the next thing you know, he's taking over the Eagles. And a couple of years later, they're a problem in our side for Dallas Cowboy fans. And this is not working out good. And they got, they got Harold Carmichael. They got Wilbert Montgomery out of Abilene Christian College. It's becoming problematic. The Eagles that were just stupid. And there's this guy, this young coach, Dick Vermeil. Crazy. But I always kind of liked him. He was coaching at Philly, but afterwards and TV, kind of liked him. And never met him. And we would have crossed paths several times over the years. Never met Dick Vermeil in person or otherwise, unless it involved a Ouija board. Is Dick Vermeil in the room right now? I guess not. Yeah. You gotta watch out for them Ouija boards. Most of you kids are too young to know what I'm talking about when I talk about a Ouija board. All right. Final thoughts, final comments, everything else. Tomorrow, we will talk about University of Georgia President Jerry Moorhead talking about, here's the quote. It's beautiful. If the CSC is not going to enforce the settlement, if Congress is not going to pass the SCORE Act, then it leaves the SEC in a position that we have to go our own way to create rules. He said it out loud. Everything that we want. The NCAA is done running college football. Now, Georgia, they've got to do this because, my gosh, we can't have Indiana and Miami in this college football thing. There's not even a single SEC team in there. So now if this CSC thing that we made up whole cloth and they don't have any jurisdiction whatsoever, by the way, Texas Tech is one of the schools that refused to sign any agreement to not allow them, think about this, not allow them to sue the CSC if they came back and said, hey, this deal is not right. Tech said, not only that, Texas Tech legal counsel was right in saying we can't even sign away our rights as a university run by the state of Texas. We can't sign away our rights to do this. But this Moorhead president at Georgia, he told you what's going to happen. We done with this. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I love it. Absolutely love it. End it. Finish it. All right, a couple more comments before we get out of here. I do want to ask you again tonight and every night, do a couple of things for us. The power of 5. If 5 of you people who enjoy this show, enjoy what we do every day on the website, theraiderland.com, here on the daily broadcast, on Twitter X at Ryan Hyatt Media, you name it, just go to our sponsors and say thanks. That's all. Whether it's United Supermarkets on Facebook, Live Life Well Clinic in Lubbock, they'll be bringing you the Round Ball Rewind as conference play really kicks in and we get some games that don't start at 8 o'clock. Shropshire Agency in Lubbock. Hit them on Facebook and just say, hey, we're one of the people who enjoys the show. Thank you for supporting it. All right. You don't have to go buy I want you to buy an insurance policy from Shropshire. I would love for you to talk to John Skelton, Dr. Skelton. Say, hey, man, how can you help me feel better? But just at least let them know, thanks for being a part of this. And again, I say this, any media you enjoy, anything you enjoy out there in the wide, wide world of sports, and you can tell the people that sponsor it thanks, please do it for the content creators and everybody else out there. We'll have this posted on the website, theraiderland.com, here in a little bit, and we'll go from there tonight on the old Twitter machine and see what's interesting. All right, a couple more. JCTT, Shula for his stakes as coach. Mora for Hyatt's impersonation, honorable mention. Thank you very much. I got a story to tell about. No, it's Dan Marino's Steakhouse, not Shula's Steakhouse. Old Texas Tech Man 9144. What's your favorite quarterback of all time, past or present? Don Meredith. Phrase that needs to come back. Lombardi's, what the hell's going on out there? Everybody grabbing. Grab. Nobody tackling. What the hell are we doing? Grab. Does Tony Hill deserve to be in the Cowboys Ring of Honor? Yes. SEC is jealous of Texas Tech. Maybe they are. Maybe they're not. All right, you guys are really good. We appreciate everybody being out here tonight. Hope everybody has a fantastic Wednesday night. Thursday, going to be big. Be back with you in the morning. Let's get ready to rate a few things. On Thursdays, we rate stuff. Overrated, underrated, rated right. Get ready for that. Then get ready to please share everything we did tonight with your friends, family, people you don't know. Stop them on the street. Tell them what's going on here at theraiderland.com.